Alright guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm bringing you a full pull fucking workout. We're getting a big ass back. First exercise, as you can see, it's like Pendlay Rows pretty much. Focus on squeezing the mid traps, rowing back with my elbows. Chris here, he's doing not really a Pendlay Row, he's kind of just doing regular rows, but I prefer Pendlay Row because they're a lot stricter and they make you work your back a lot more and you don't use a ton of momentum. I don't like that at all. I see people use way too much weight on rows. Like this is probably too much for Chris. Like he swings a bit here as you can see, but actually it's not bad. See, I don't really like doing this. I don't really feel my back working at all. Some people like going really heavy on rows, but definitely not for me. Second exercise, lat pull-downs. I like this handle right here. I really feel my lats contracting. A lot of people like the wider grip. I prefer this one. I kind of mix it up, but I'm focusing on bringing my elbows down and in towards my mid back. Okay, and I'm thinking my arms as hooks. I'm not gripping the cable too hard. If you do that, you're going to activate a lot of bicep and a lot of forearm. We do not want that at all. We want to target only our lats. A little bit of bicep activation is inevitable, but holy fuck, Chris is looking massive here. But you want to make sure you're isolating your lats and just avoiding getting your bicep and forearms in there as much as possible, because that's not what we're trying to target here. Like everyone's forearms are overpowered already. You don't really need to train them individually unless you got shitty ass genetics. All right, third exercise, we're doing some cable rows. I love this exercise, okay? I really feel a good squeeze in the mid traps. That's what you should be focusing on, just really squeeze. You could even hold it for a second to really feel it. Think of your arms again as hooks. Don't grip it too hard. Think of them as hooks. Drive back with your elbows and in, back and in. Repeat that to yourself. You're going to feel your back working a lot more. Like for my first 2 years of lifting, I didn't really feel my back working. I just was doing dog shit stuff. That's why my biceps are so overpowered. I was gripping the bar or the cable or whatever so hard, and I was just activating so much bicep and not my back. But that's just not what you need to do. And by the way, Chris has unreal genetics. He's only been lifting for 3 years. He's genetically gifted. Next exercise is just a trap movement. I like these single cable trap raises, whatever you want to call them. I just really get a good squeeze. You can use dumbbells or whatever. I really like these. I feel like when people use dumbbell shrugs or barbell shrugs, they use way too much weight and they don't really feel a good contraction. I'm all about the contraction, guys. I don't really give a shit how much weight I'm using as long as I'm progressively overloading over time. It doesn't really matter to me, and it shouldn't, because you're still going to grow muscle if you're progressively overloading over time, and you want to make sure you're actually hitting the target muscle. For me, when I was first starting out, I did not hit my target muscles. I was just all over the place going for weight, pushing around heavy-ass weight. That's not what you want to do to grow muscle, guys. Next exercise, we are targeting the rear delts. This is just a bent over rear delt fly. I usually do this with dumbbells or with cables. You really want to train your rear delts if you want that 3D look to your shoulders. They won't look really 3D unless you have a developed rear delt, and my shoulders are a really strong point for me because I have a pretty decent rear delt. The lighting here is kind of shit, but you know, they're pretty decent. A lot of people have very underdeveloped rear delts because they just neglect them, but you want to isolate them. Have at least one exercise for your rear delts on your pull days. That's what I would recommend. Last exercise and only bicep exercise of my week, just bicep curls. Okay, I'm just getting a full stretch at the bottom. I like twisting it at the bottom. I just feel the full bicep activating. You don't have to do that if you want. You can do them alternating. I just did them together here. I usually just mix it up. Biceps are a real strong point for me, so I don't really train them that much. Like I do 3 sets a week. These are my 3 sets, and that's all I do. Chris looks ginormous here. Looks like he's on trend, but I assure you this man is natural. He has the best genetics I've ever seen. I swear to fuck, this guy has insane genetics. I don't know what his parents were feeding him, but he's big as shit. I wish I was this big, but he's big. He's like 6'1". He's like 210 or something. I don't know. Obesity though.